Welcome guys. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the answers, and I hope that you are watching this after you have attempted the comprehension. Okay, and the thing is that I just hope that you are generally watching this because it's important to understand why your answer was incorrect or what is the correct answer, so that you learn how to answer questions from other comprehensions. So I'm not going to go through every answer. Some of them were simple, and I'm just going to go through a few that I feel are important for you to understand specifically. So let's do number 3. This was almost like a little interesting question which really requires you to think. The Appalachian Mountains start in the northern state of Maine and end in the southern state of Georgia. This means that we know the two states between which the Appalachian Mountains lie, and that's Maine and Georgia. Maya and her parents started hiking the Appalachian Trail near Maryland. Based on this evidence, what can you conclude about where Maryland is? So the answer is actually very simple. Even though it's confusing, we see it is the south of Georgia, it is the north of Maine, and we know that Georgia and Maine are both the states between which the Appalachian Mountains are. But then that is the correct answer. It's a simple answer. These suggestions, it's the south of Georgia and it's the north of Maine, are there to confuse you. The thing that you can find out from the comprehension, and I tell you always that the answers to the comprehension are in the comprehension, is that you know for sure that the Appalachian Mountains are between Maine and Georgia. So if Maya started from Maryland, where she lives, obviously that state would be between Maine and Georgia, right? That's why she started from her own state and she didn't have to go anywhere else to see the mountains. Based on the information in the story, how could Maya and her parents be described? This is your character description. And I think one thing that I talked about in the previous video, in the first video that you would have watched, is that they like to spend time in nature. And that is obvious. That is something that you can deduce from the story because of the way that they are camping and walking along the mountains and all of that. What is the main idea of this story? The Appalachian Trail goes from one end of the Appalachian Mountains to the other. This is definitely not the main idea, right? This is just a fact provided to you in the story. The story is not about where the trail starts from and where this trail ends. That's just background information. Maya likes making campfires and drawing flowers and animals. This can be confusing. This may seem like it's the main idea, but it's not still the main idea. It's one part of the story. It's something that Maya did in the story. Some action that you did in the story is not going to be the main idea. Maya has fun while hiking on the Appalachian Trail with her family. This is definitely the correct answer because it's giving you the whole picture of what the story was about. It was about a girl hiking with her parents and enjoying herself. Okay, now we're going to move on to these questions 8, 9, and 10. What two states did Maya and her family hike in? This was very simple. This was written clearly in the story. She started in Maryland and then she went to West Virginia. So these are the two states that she hiked in. How did Maya feel about her vacation on the Appalachian Trail? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. Now, in this answer given over here, I am going to point out to you what is the answer and what is the evidence, because we have done many questions like this and sometimes you guys do get it wrong or you guys are confused about how to answer it. But these kind of questions always you have to give the answer in two parts. One is the simple answer. How did Maya feel? We all know that she enjoyed it, right? And they have written it here as well, that she enjoyed her vacation. The next is use evidence from the text. So now you need to take out evidence from the text to support your answer. Maya enjoyed her vacation. How do you know that she enjoyed her vacation? So these points over here are telling you how she enjoyed it. She loved making a campfire and she enjoyed sleeping in a tent. This was written in the story. And this is your main evidence. The fact that she wanted to remember everything that happened on her vacation shows that she enjoyed herself. This is proof that she enjoyed herself. And the next, your last question, number 10 is, if Maya went hiking on the part of the Appalachian Trail in Maine. So we know that she did not go till Maine, right? This was mentioned in the story that she went to Maryland and she went to West Virginia. She did not go all the way to Maine. Would she be likely to have a good time? Why or why not? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. Now let me tell you, even if you write that she is likely to have a good time, that is correct. If you write that she is not likely to have a good time, that is also fine and that is also correct. But your evidence has to be correct. The main part of this question is the evidence that you give. If she will enjoy it, why do you think she will enjoy it? And if she will not enjoy it, why do you think she will not enjoy it? As long as you can support your answer correctly, then the answer is fine. So let's read from here. Students may say Maya would still have a good time because there would likely be animals, flowers, campfires, and tents. And this is the answer that I would have chosen as well. That because she enjoyed her hike so much, it's very likely that she will also enjoy seeing more of the mountains and going further up north. There are likely to be animals there as well. There are likely to be tents there as well. And if she enjoyed it before, she will enjoy it here as well. On the other hand, students may say that she might not enjoy herself. So that is also a possible answer. She may not enjoy herself, but what reason would you give for that? So for example, the reason that they have provided here is Maine is on the north end of the Appalachian Trail. This was mentioned in the passage. Because it's further north than where she hiked previously, there may be some differences and she might not like it as much. So that is also a good answer. That before she was, more near the southern end of the Appalachian Trail perhaps. So if she goes further up north, it will be colder. The trail will be different, right? Because this is a different state now. The animals would be different and it's actually possible that she will not enjoy it. So there's that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this comprehension.